When someone dies by suicide, it can turn your world upside down, and the feelings you have can be powerful, deeply painful, and overwhelming. No matter who the person is to you, a relative, friend, colleague, or acquaintance, you may be feeling confused at this time. This video series is designed to help those who have been bereaved by suicide. In this video, you will hear first-hand accounts of what happened in the first hours and days of someone dying by suicide.
The aftermath of suicide is devastating. I really think I couldn't function initially. I couldn't think. You see, I think people outside of our group, this group that no one wants to be part of, people outside that group don't really understand that bereavement by suicide is quite different. I lost my dad earlier in the year, in 2014, and I grieved him. He was my best pal, but losing Evie to suicide was totally different.
Basically, I was at the death club and my husband was working away from home, and the police came to the death club and said the motto words, "Is there somewhere we can speak privately?"
It was something that you could never be prepared for, how you feel and how to manage and cope dealing with a loss like that.
Worst thing ever. I could not have been further away if I could try, to be honest.
But one of the hardest things was, at that point, they then said to me, "You'll have to go and identify his body." And I said, "Can I wait till my husband comes home?" And he said, "No, we have to do it now." And it was so brutal. And I just couldn't believe it.
The trauma that you have afterwards, the guilt, the feelings that you have of if only and what if and why did I not do that, the questions that you never get the answers to. It just destroys your life. In that moment you become a different person, and it takes a long time to find a reason to keep going.
If I hadn't been away for 4 months, if I was there, could this might have not happened? Could he have maybe spoke to me? Yeah, I know I was in the military, I wasn't living at home or anything, but I thought maybe if I had seen him, maybe he would have opened up to me and it might have never happened.
I had identified as a mother, and on that day I thought, that's it, I've no purpose anymore. Who am I? What am I now?
When someone decides to take their life and they don't tell you, then there's probably nothing I could do. If they didn't tell me they were going to do that, then I wasn't responsible. But it doesn't stop you from thinking that you contributed it in some way or you could have done something.
I found it really difficult in the early stages because Andrew didn't leave a note. He had made plans for the summer and we didn't know why he did it. I mean, we thought it might have something to do with his grandfather who had died the year before, but we weren't sure. And for a long time, that stopped me from moving forward with my grief, because I wanted to know why he did it, because he had so much to live for. And I couldn't, because all I wanted to know was why.
Initially, I didn't know where to look for support, and I certainly didn't know how to ask for support. My family kept me safe. My GP, who was also a friend, was super. He came round, I think, the day after Evie died, and he was really helpful. He gave me advice on don't make any sudden changes in your life. Yeah, he did offer support.
So when my daughter was taken into hospital while they were trying to resuscitate her, he was actually the GP on call, which I hadn't realised at the time. And he just offered me the most amazing support. He booked me in week after week as his last appointment of the day, and I don't think many GPs do that. And he had me there for as long as I needed and just answered any questions that I had. And some of the questions I was terrified to ask, and when I got the courage to ask them, he completely put my mind at ease. He just helped me understand why some people make some certain choices, and the way that I was feeling was absolutely normal.
If you're struggling with anything that you have heard about in this video, please use the resources available and reach out for help. Further information about support for people bereaved by suicide is available at www.nhsborders.scot.nhs.uk/suicide prevention.